저는 오늘 딱 한 가지만 묻고 싶습니다. 여러분은 실패를 할 준비가 되어 있는지, 처참하게 무너질 준비가 되어 있습니까? 여러분 형형색색의 꿈을 품고 이 자리에 앉아있을 것으로 확신합니다. 그러나 입학식 때 장밋빛 길이었다면 이제 여러분 앞에 놓여있는 건 가시밭 길이죠. 여러분이 확고한 비전을 만일 가졌다면 이제 다음 순서는 아주 위험한 그런 도전입니다. 그러나 모든 의미 있는 도전에는 분명 처참히 무너지는 실패의 경험이 뒤따르게 되어 있습니다. 이것은 아무리 운이 좋고 실력 있는 사람도 절대 피해갈 수 없는 필연적인 과정입니다. 그리고 실패는 어떻게 포장해도 절대 낭만적인 컨셉이 아닙니다. 여러분의 자아가 찢겨지고 세상이 무너지고 자칫하면 포기하는 그 순간까지 반복되는 고통일 수도 있습니다. 이런 실패를 어떻게 준비합니까? 실패를 준비한다는 게 무슨 의미입니까? 첫째로 실패에 대한 두려움, 불확실한 내일에 대한 공포를 극복하는 길입니다. 모든 인간은 실패를 두려워하고 실패를 용인하지 못합니다. 그러나 여러분, 두려워한다고 성공의 가능성이 높아집니까? 실패의 가능성이 낮아집니까? 그렇지 않죠. 결과와는 아무런 상관이 없는 두려움이죠. 위험 없는 도전이 있을 수 없듯이 실패 없는 성공이란 절대 있을 수가 없습니다. 더욱이 지금은 평범한 성공이 통하는 평범한 시대가 아닙니다. 특히 과감한 도전을 꿈꾸고 이 세상에 뛰어드는 여러분 앞에는 정말 처참한 실패의 과정이 기다리고 있다고 저는 자신합니다. 여러분, 실패는 중도에 포기하는 것만 의미하는 게 아닙니다. 옛 이야기 중에서 무작정 활을 쏘고 화살이 꽂힌 곳에 따라서 표적을 그리는 이 한 소녀의 이야기가, 즉 현실적 조건, 열악한 환경의 미명하에 끊임없이 자신의 목표를 수정하고 낮추고 쉽게 만들어가면서 달성하는 인간의 습성, 자기 합리화의 버릇을 의미하는 것이죠. 모든 이들이 100%의 목표에 도전을 합니다. 그러나 여러분, 이번에 실패하면 다음 목표는 대부분 90%로 잡습니다. 또 실패하면 80, 70, 60, 50. 어느 날 여러분이 일어나서 거울을 바라보면 지금 여러분이 꿈꾸던 인간과 전혀 환희한 한 사람이 앞에 서 있습니다. 여러분, 지금 완전한 사명을 세우고 절반을 달성하려면 차라리 절반의 사명을 세우고 완전히 달성하는 것이 옳습니다. 여러분, 목표를 이리저리 고치면서 낮아진, 쉬워진 목표 달성에 만족하는 것은 정말 멋진 실패보다 못한 추한 성공에 불과합니다. 아무리 멍들고 까지더라도 다시 일어나서 자기 합리화와 변칙적 달성 없이 애초에 세운 비전에 죽는 순간까지 끊임없이 재도전할 수 있느냐? 그럴 만한 가치가 있는 몸이고 그럴 만한 의지가 있는 인간이냐? 있다면 실패할 준비가 되어 있는 것이고 도전할 자격이 주어진 것입니다.
As a person who started my very public career at the age of 15, it came with a price. And that price was years of unsolicited advice. It felt like every interview I did included slight barbs by the interviewer about me one day running off the rails. So I became a young adult while being fed the message that if I didn't make any mistakes, all the children of America would grow up to be perfect angels. However, if I did slip up, the entire earth would fall off its axis, and it would be entirely my fault, and I would go to pop star jail forever and ever. It was all centered around the idea that mistakes equal failure, and ultimately the loss of any chance at a happy or rewarding life. This has not been my experience. My experience has been that my mistakes led to the best things in my life. Being embarrassed when you mess up, it's part of the human experience. Getting back up, dusting yourself off, and seeing who still wants to hang out with you afterward and laugh about it, that's a gift. The times I was told no, or wasn't included, wasn't chosen, didn't win, didn't make the cut, looking back, it really feels like those moments were as important, if not more crucial, than the moments I was told yes. I know I sound like a consummate optimist, but I'm really not. I lose perspective all the time. Sometimes everything just feels completely pointless. I know the pressure of living your life through the lens of perfectionism. In your life, you will inevitably misspeak, trust the wrong person, underreact, overreact, overthink, not think at all, self-sabotage, create a reality where only your experience exists, feel very guilty, let the guilt eat at you, hit rock bottom, finally address the pain you caused, try to do better next time, rinse, repeat. And I'm not gonna lie, these mistakes will cause you to lose things. I'm trying to tell you that losing things doesn't just mean losing. A lot of the time, when we lose things, we gain things too.
What I feared most for myself at your age was not poverty, but failure. You might be driven by a fear of failure quite as much as a desire for success. We all have to decide for ourselves what constitutes failure, but the world is quite eager to give you a set of criteria if you let it. So I think it fair to say that by any conventional measure, a mere 7 years after my graduation day, I had failed on an epic scale. An exceptionally short-lived marriage had imploded, and I was jobless, a lone parent, and as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. The fears that my parents had had for me and that I had had for myself had both come to pass. And by every usual standard, I was the biggest failure I knew. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you that failure is fun. So why do I talk about the benefits of failure? Simply because failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered to me. I was set free because my greatest fear had been realized, and I was still alive, whom I adored, and I had an old typewriter and a big idea. And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. But some failure in life is inevitable, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Failure taught me things about myself that I could have learned no other way. I discovered that I had a strong will and more discipline than I had suspected. You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift for all that it is painfully won, and it has been worth more than any qualification I ever earned. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I wish you all very good lives. Thank you very much.